What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, my friends, and let's get into it. All right, it is the 19th of July. Here we are at about $118,000, just below there. 23 hours, 53 minutes left in the day. It's a brand new day. This the 19th of July. Yes, I'm aware that for most of you it's still the 18th. I understand it's the 18th for me too, but on the Bitcoin chart it's the 19th, right? That's what we go off of. I have to say that every now and then because some people are like, "Why do you always say it's a day ahead whenever it's not?" It's because I want to keep it relevant to the day that it is, right? The old day, the 18th, just closed. It is the 19th today, by the way of the Bitcoin chart, by the way of the UTC chart here. 117.9K yesterday was a red day indeed. We did have, I would call that a bearish engulfing candle. Yeah, it looks like a bearish engulfing candle by all accounts. Almost engulfed like 2 days worth of price action. If we're looking here, we do have some hidden bullish divergence with a lower low in the RSI and a higher low in the price. So we might get a little lift to start the day off of that, something like that could happen. Let's look at the short-term stuff and see if we can deduce where the price is going to go. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if we came down and then we came up and closed today green, just moving sideways throughout this range, really. From these points of resistance to these points of support here. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and then see what we can gather as far as a heading goes. Looking at this here on the 1 hour time frame, gotta admit the 1 hour RSI does look a little bit bearish, not gonna lie. Lower lows and lower highs here, right? Lower lows, lower highs there. It looks like you're in a channel and you're kind of at the top of that channel. I would think that you come down. If I was being honest with myself, it does look like you want to come down. Now this is interesting, right? You've got this kind of flat top here with ascending lows and descending lows. It's like you've got a inverted roof pattern down here at the base. Inverted roof is what that would be called. Or perhaps it's even an inverse head and shoulders on the 15-minute time frame. So it could be, with the volume and everything, that does kind of look like an inverse head and shoulders. And if it is an inverse head and shoulders, I would think, let's see, something like this. I would think the measure move would take us all the way up to about $119.18 thousand, $119.2 thousand, something like that, right? Maybe even just above there, right to this golden ratio, 119.3, 119.7, something in there. Find resistance at prior resistance here, prior support back here, prior resistance here. I mean, Bitcoin's been very volatile. It's very possible. 15-minute RSI kind of looks bullish, and you do have this, I don't know if it's an inverse head and shoulders. It kind of looks like it. And maybe not all of this here, but just like this part, right? Just at least an inverted roof to some degree. That doesn't mean you have to break out to the upside, though. You can break out to the downside on these patterns. And the 1 hour, in all fairness, does look bearish. I wouldn't expect that we move up with the 1 hour time frame, but you never know. You never know. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame here. 4 hour bouncing off the 40, which is good. Good to see. I mean, the last time that we bounced off the 40, that did, promote a lot of volatility. First off, for like a day, we were just moving sideways up and down. And then we moved up, found resistance at the 60, moved down, came up, found resistance at the overbought zone. Now we're down here at the 40 again. I mean, we could be moving up. It's very possible. If this is, I would think if we close a candle above here, that would be a failed M pattern. And if it is a failed M pattern, maybe we are setting up for our W right now. Maybe we are looking to go to the upside here. I want to pull up some other indicators. It might help. Let's see. Might being the keyword. Don't get too excited. Let's see. MACD looks like it wants to go lower on the 4 hour, if we're being honest. Stochastics just got oversold. I would think we go lower as well. 1 hour time frame, MACD crossed down. You've died off on bearish momentum, but you could be at a point to build it again. Oftentimes you die off and then you build, and you die off and you build, die off, build, die off, build, and then you finally flip green after you have like a little tiny pip. So maybe we do go a little bit lower. I keep jumping back and forth between this, but I think we do. I think this is a bullish formation here. I just think the indicators look bearish. We'll know soon enough. By the time you guys watch this video, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but whenever you watch this video, we're either going to be up here or down here. And I would still think that even with a $19,300 price, we still could come down. Remember, guys, we're looking overall, I'm looking at least, overall for this kind of double bottom, right, where you've got a nice curved low here and a nice curved low at the end, forming a kind of M pattern with two rounded lows, something like that. So I would think we go lower. Do we have to go lower? No, but if we do go lower, how low do we go? Well, let's see. Let's take it like this. Let's look at it like this. So if we were to take this high to low here, and then this high to low here, I'm going to call this the move. I think that was like part of this consolidation phase. I mean, we could measure it all the way down here. I would call that the move, though. And we put it at the high here. Put it at the high here. Those moves, they're basically the same, right? The same length. So if you were to replicate what you've already done as far as one movement goes, if this was to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-legged move down, the fifth leg might be a little bit bigger than the last two. So that might take us just below 116K. We're at 117.8. We're just below 118K now, so we could drop about $2,000. And if we drop $2,000, that should that should give us a double bottom look and clear out a lot of longs too. We've got a lot of shorts piled on, you guys. There are a lot of shorts that have piled on over the past 24 hours, over the past few days especially. But there are still plenty of longs to clear out at this 115, 114K area. And not that 116K or just below there would liquidate these longs, but I'm sure a lot of them would either take profits or take... oh my God, I'm like choking out here. Or they would take losses, slight losses, before getting liquidated. You know, there would be, as we move down, I would assume some of these would clear out, so, and then shift to the short side potentially. It's tricky right here, man. It's really tricky. I mean, it's been easy enough, simple enough, right? It's like, if you're up here, you go down. If you're down here, you go up, with a little spill right here. I don't know. I don't know what to call this. Maybe it's not an inverse head and shoulders pattern at all. Maybe it's just a megaphone pattern. Hard to say. Hard to say. It kind of looks like we want to break out to the upside, but I feel like Bitcoin's done this thing a lot lately where when it looks like it wants to break out to the upside, it breaks down. When it looks like it wants to break out to the downside, it breaks up. But time will tell. I'm trying to see if there's a similar look to this anywhere. Not really. I mean, not kind of, but not really. Kind of here, but not really. No, and that's okay. We're on the 15-minute time frame. We don't need to worry about that anyways. 4-hour time frame does look momentarily bearish, I would say. The 1 hour looks momentarily bearish. So I'm going to stick with the idea that we go down. Sticking with the idea that we do, in fact, see prices just below 116K. It is the weekend. It is Saturday. It is, you know, we got Saturday and Sunday ahead of us. So Bitcoin moving down over the weekend is normally a good thing, actually. It can promote a lot of growth over the week. I know that there's the CME gap. People are asking about the CME gap here. Let's leave that one up. We'll just go BTC, Bitcoin futures. Look at it on the daily time frame. We do have that gap down there at about 114.2 to 115.8. Wouldn't it be funny if we filled the gap over the weekend, but we didn't actually fill it? Because remember, if we go down here over the weekend and then we come back up on Monday, or by Monday, I should say, like if we go down here and then Sunday we come back up, something like this, then whenever CME opens on Monday, we wouldn't even fill the gap, but the price might fill the gap. Wouldn't that be funny? It's like the gap remains, but Bitcoin technically filled the gap. I don't know. That'd be funny. I don't think we fill that gap. A lot of people are calling for 113.8 to 115.6 to fill. I don't know if we get it. We could. I wouldn't be too surprised. And again, the notion from that, the idea there does stem from the fact that, you know, one wave down, two waves down, the next wave down might be even bigger than the other one. But do we close there on Sunday? Or do we come back up on Sunday and then going into Monday we're ripping? We might form another gap on Monday, you guys, to the upside. I don't know. Hard to tell. Hard to say. If I had to guess, though, if we are moving up from here, I would think 119 to 119.3K is where we would go, and then likely we would come back down. If not, then perhaps we just go down first and then we move up. That'd be the expectation there. Something around 116 or lower. If I'm wrong, invalidate me by doing this. Let's see, from a low to a high. Invalidate me by, was it 119.3? Maybe I was thinking 118.3. I'm sorry, not 119.3. No. 118.3. I'm mistaken. Because getting above 119K, I think, would invalidate me. We get above 119K again, we're invalidated. We're moving up. We're not moving down anymore. I mean, that's essentially a W with an M in the middle of it, and we're going to be moving up. So get above there, and I'll wave the white flag of bearish surrender. Technically, if you get a 4-hour time frame to close above here, normally that would actually imply that the M pattern is failed. But maybe it's not an M pattern. Maybe it's just some wonky kind of consolidation. I don't know. I got nothing else for you guys. I'm just scratching my head here. I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves, and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.